Let's take this show on the road. Same shit, different day. I be bored out my mind. Hometown, love my place, but while I'm in my prime, gotta go get away. Hop a train, hop a flight, and ride. Tonight I gotta break free. My job, those boss be working my nerves. Clock out at 4, phone don't do not disturb. My boyfriend's cool. I need my girls, the world is ours, so run it up, let's go to a land where we cannot be found. So off the grid, way too little, slow down. No, me and who when they see me out, booked it 'cause I'm not waiting around for you. Let's fucking go, Miami. Let's fucking go, Chicago. Let's fucking go, be more. Let's fucking go, Houston. Let's fucking go, Atlanta. Let's fucking go, Tokyo. Let's fucking go, Brazil. Let's fucking go, London. Let's fucking go, South Africa. Let's fucking go, Korea. Let's fucking go, New York. Let's fucking go, Toronto. Let's fucking go, Paris. Let's fucking go, Nigeria. Let's fucking go, DC. Let's fucking go, Malaysia. Let's fucking go, trees, new beach. We be out on the coast. Swimsuit, 2-piece. Catch me doing the most. Eating good in Perry. Grab a glass, make a toast to life. Just living like it's my life. In these streets, music playing all night. Hawaii, I found my peace on a mountain zip line. Australia stole my heart, and the natives are fine as hell. Oh well, let's spend it all.
Hey, everybody. It is Tea Talk with your girl. Welcome to the Dropping Extra Sassy Tea Talk panel.
Hello,
Hey,
hello.
Hello.
how's
What's
everybody?
um, how's
Is everybody
everybody
all right
doing?
tonight? Y'all
Good.
doing all right tonight? I see we got a 1 in the chat. That means the people can hear us loud and clear. Thank you, Gina, for the
Good. Hello, everyone. This is
chat.
Sassy.
Shout out to all the mods in the house tonight. I see my yes,
Hey,
Regina
Mark.
Phillips. I see y'all, Mama Bees. I see Joe. Thank y'all for being here. We love y'all so much. Hey,
Yes.
sound check.
Hey,
And
Marywood.
thank y'all because I see y'all hitting all the channels. I could tell when you do that. So
Thank
you.
y'all to all the mods.
They are. I love that.
And everyone else.
Yes.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all so much for that. So how y'all doing tonight, panel? Y'all all right?
We doing good. I'm doing good. How about you?
Oh, I'm well
I'm doing
rested.
great.
I'm good.
I've been just about asleep all day.
Well, sometimes you need that rest, because your body get tired. Sometimes you just gotta listen to your
Well,
body,
you
y'all. You
know,
gotta listen to your
I
body.
tell you, I, yeah, and my body told me dark liquor is not my friend. That's what my body told me.
Frown to make you
Yeah,
frown, honey. Gin to make
yeah,
you sin.
that brown had me
And
down.
white to
Let's
take
go to
you right.
sleep. Sleep. All I wanted to do was sleep today. Yeah.
Yeah, that is. Ugh.
Mm,
But,
yeah. Yeah. But I'm back. I'm back. Sleep was good. Food was good. I mean, I ate now. I ate today and slept. Ate and slept.
That's good.
That was
yeah.
I needed that rest though. Last week was a long week, with graduation and all that.
Yeah. Congratulations to all the graduates, you guys.
Yes, all the class of
55.
2025.
From the pre-K to
Yeah,
the
there
college
you go.
grad.
Yes.
Congratulations. And from military.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Everywhere.
They said
Everywhere, child. Because
congratulations.
listen, what an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, gosh. So how y'all been doing? How things been rolling and you know,
It's amazing.
Things been going.
how's your garden?
Oh, my garden as well. By the way, I found my first vegetables. Well, I saw some squash coming in last week, but I
Mm-hmm.
saw a cucumber today and a few more different squash and some tomatoes and broccoli. So the food is starting to form. So that's a great thing.
Good.
That's good.
Mhm.
We've
Nothing
gotten
like
a
a
lot.
That's
fresh
good.
bone.
The rain helps
Yeah.
a lot. We've gotten a
So
lot of
that's
it.
pretty good. I love when
The rain is, I'm
baby
enjoying
that
the
rain been
rain no
really
matter
coming
how much we
in.
get because the summer is going to be hell.
Hmm.
And I just want I enjoy the rain right now. I don't want nobody to get hurt with all the storms, but I accept that rain.
Oh yeah, I love the rain, especially garden season because
Mhm.
I was in my garden today in the rain. I bought ponchos and everything so that I won't be foolish enough to go out there in the pouring down rain.
Yeah.
I do go out there in the rain, and it's okay because I have my garden covered with the weed barrier, so it's not
Hmm.
like I'm attracting mud everywhere and stuff like that. But yeah, I go right out there in that rain. If it's not raining too hard, I'll go out there today. I had my grandson out there today in the rain because I
Yeah.
also want them to know that when you're taking care of a garden, you can't let the rain stop you
Yeah.
from getting your crop.
Hmm.
You still got to go out there and check on your food. And we went out there, and I did have to tie up my squash and my cucumbers because y'all know
Mm.
that runs. So if you
Yeah.
don't control it, it'll overtake the garden. So you do have
Mm-hmm.
to for those
Tied up so it
vine.
can run up.
So I had to tie it to the trellis and so it can start running up that. And the
Yeah.
string are running up the trellis just fine. I built a net trellis because I
Hmm.
pole string beans so they can go up the pole and I don't have to be bending down getting nothing.
Yeah.
But I just made a net so they climbing up the net. So yeah, we'll be eating good this summer. We'll be
Yeah.
eating.
Next Saturday, I got I'm gonna be doing the baby shower. I'm glad to get it over with because I've been running, getting stuff, making sure I got everything, making sure I gave everybody invitation. So I'm ready to get it over with. And
Oh.
I know
yeah,
you've been working hard on that. First grandbaby
Mhm.
is so exciting, girl. I
Yeah.
can
So
remember
sweet.
that way back 22 grandkids ago. Whew.
yes,
Yeah, yeah, me and you both peacock.
Peacock.
We both in the race together, baby.
Yeah, girl. But drop the T, that is so exciting. I
It
can remember
is.
you're gonna just, girl, you're gonna be so overjoyed because you know how you already love your kids, but
It's
when it
hmm
just
comes to
different.
grandkids, it's just a little different. I don't know what it is, but
It's
you'll
it's
see.
another level of love opened up.
Uh
It's
huh.
almost like there's a love there, and then when you see the extension of you
Yes,
from
that's what.
your child, it's like this whole level of love just
Mm-hmm.
opens up.
Yep.
And you never knew that love was there. It's like God got so many different levels of love.
Hmm.
You got your friendship love, you got your children love, and you got your grandbaby love. I can imagine what my great grand, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So,
but they thinking he's gonna probably come early. He finally then took his hands off his face so we can see his face now. Because
oh,
every day ultrasounds, he would have his face covered up. And so now we can see his face. He looked just like my son. He does. He looked
He
just
said, "Y'all ain't
oh,
seen me."
so yeah. So I said, Lord, let me
Aw.
quit buying stuff. I done bought so much stuff for this baby. I done got stuff with his name on it. So I've been really buying
did
stuff.
you
So
get the Pampers with his name from the black owned Pamper company?
now I didn't know about that. Where's
Yeah.
that?
I have to send you the link because I got my youngest daughter finna have a baby too. So I got the link. I forgot the name of the. Oh my god. Anyway, it's a black owned company, and it's like the Pampers have no parabens. You can get their name on them. You can get them designed
Girl,
and
I
all
need to know the
the
name of
stuff.
this company because I'm wondering if that's the company that my son's uh uh my granddaughter's mother used
It
because
probably is.
baby, I ain't never heard of this before. Never heard of this company before, but she won't my grandbaby can't wear no other Pampers but those.
Yeah, and these she like made them because her baby was breaking out and stuff from the other Pampers. And
Okay.
so now her company is like a multi-million-dollar company, and you can subscribe to the Pampers and they send them.
Oh, that's
Oh,
amazing.
okay, send me that link because I done got everything else with his name on there. Yeah,
Yeah.
send me that.
So I was going to get
Mhm.
subscribe to that. And then my little she said, honey, they got so many from the gender reveal because you bring Pampers if it's a girl and whites if it's a boy. And I got so many Pampers and whites, and she talking about, well, you keep that for your house.
Yeah.
Don't keep it.
Yeah, we got a lot too at the gender reveal. We got a lot of Pampers. I think they said we
Mhm.
got about 7 or 8 cases, and then I had bought a case of wipes as well and some Pampers. So they got about 7 or 8 cases of Pampers. They got a lot of wipes. I bought a case of wipes. I bought more
Mhm.
wipes. So yeah, they got a lot. She got a lot. So I'm imagine she's gonna get a lot at the baby shower here.
Yeah.
She's gonna get
But
a
you
lot.
know, that stuff goes so fast, you know.
Yeah. So I told them I'm gonna be buying like a case or two for them a month, maybe a case of Pampers for
Yeah.
her, case, maybe a case or two, maybe two. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
So
I didn't.
I found a couple of black owned because I wanted to look that up.
Can
So
you
it's
say the
called
name? If you
Tinky.
say the name, I know her.
There's one called Tinky Poo,
No,
the Happy Hughes Company,
that's the one.
and so it's the Happy Hughes
And it's one more.
and Proudly Company, the Proudly Company. Oh, it says
That's
seven.
the
Wait,
Gabrielle Union one. Proudly,
Yeah.
Target carried them.
No, it's the Happy Hughes.
is it
I think
really?
that's it.
So then Cooper Rose, and then there's Cooper Rose.
Hold on. Happy Hughes. I think the one I looked at was Happy Hughes. I have to look at it. I got it. I got
All
3 of them
seven,
written down.
all 7 of them, they say do the monogram paint.
Yeah. But the
Um,
one I think it was Happy Hughes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they
because she was like, I just want
happy.
all Pampers. I want just one all
I
Pampers, but
think that's
I'm
use Happy Hughes when I think that name. I know it's a 2 name company, whatever it is. I
Mhm.
never. Ever. I
well, but
found
y'all send me the link so I can get the
Yeah,
monogram.
I think it's Happy Hughes. I'm almost positive because her motto is like every baby, no matter what the hue is, should be, bottom should be no baby's bottom should be breaking out and stuff. I'm pretty sure it's Happy Hughes.
Mhm. All right.
Okay, yeah. So
Well,
I know.
anyway, y'all, we had decided, chat, that we would our hot topic tonight would be Kenya Moore's. Um, since we talking about Roa,
Mm-hmm.
her view on who she thinks should be Roa. So we wanted to talk about that, get y'all's opinion on that, and all that good stuff. So why don't we just get right on into it?
All right.
Let's go.
This is my dream cast. Okay, number 1, me. Come on, girls. Come
You're so pretty.
on. Number 2, me. Gotta have a show with me. Come on. She and I together, fire and ice. She is the yin to my yang, my friend to my enemy. Like, it's gotta be me for me. I love Sheree. Sheree gets under Nini's skin. Sheree and I can go at it, but we're cool. Like, she is interesting. I still feel like Sheree is interesting. She's got a mouth on her. She's bald. She's beautiful. She's fashionable. I love Sheree. And I would have to say Eva, beauty, stunning, brains, children, lifestyle, all of those things. Eva can read you. Eva held back. I know Eva. Eva is like one of my dearest friends. Our children are best friends. I love Eva as a person. She is a beautiful person. However, the can read. Okay. She held back on y'all. But she can read. If I could name a few people I would like be a little bit scared to go up against, and honey, I'm never scared. Never scared. I ain't never scared. I would have to say Eva's one. And I'll tell you because I know Eva and we talk ish on the phone all the time. And Eva can read a girl without even taking a second breath. Okay. She's that girl. So Eva would be there. Claudia. Claudia is highly intelligent. She is so intelligent. Like I respect her so much for her intelligence, her way to she can read you. And she reminds me a lot of me in some ways because we will give you an intelligent read. We will back it up. We will have proof. We will have, I don't lie on people. I don't think Claudia ever does either. And she's gorgeous. Like, she's a beautiful girl. And so I think Claudia in that mix, I know she's able to mix it up, ruffle some feathers. I would have to say Claudia is on my dream team list. Drew. I'll say Drew because Drew is young. She's spicy. She's always getting into trouble. She's interesting. I respect talent. She's talented. I love her. Candy has got to be there. She's giving you lifestyle. She's traveling around the world. She's giving you sexual tease that's like, ooh, spicy. Wait, who is that? And why is she on vacation with you? Like, Candy will give you, she's very sex positive. What? I didn't spill any tea. What? I mean, we know Candy, you just never know. And she's very open about who she is. And I like that element to her. I like the unknown about her. I like that she's like the friend of everyone. She's that girl that's always going to be positive and be like the grounding factor of our HOA. If I had to do a friend of a show, I would definitely include a newbie like Angela because she gives you that old school RHOA when it was at its prime. She's actually my favorite newbie on the show. Angela is my favorite. I said it. How did you get that out of me? It wasn't easy. Angela, favorite newbie on the show. She has got everything that it takes. She has the husband, I feel like is more to see there. She has these beautiful children. She has a lifestyle and the bitch can read. Okay. She is the quintessential housewife. She's classy and we need to get away from the ratchet. It's sliding down real slippery slopes. It's giving love and hip hop. It's giving love and hip hop and Diddy parties. But anyway, okay. I didn't say any names. I did not name names. Okay. This is my dream cast. Okay. Number one, me.
I like the dream
What y'all
cast.
think?
I'd like the dream cast. I would take out Claudia.
Yeah.
Put in either Sheree or for a young one, I'd put in Shamari DeVoe. I didn't like that she just had one season. She made me laugh.
Shamari was a funny joker.
Really
You
funny.
hear me?
Yeah, she fit in with everybody. She
Yeah.
has that travels, and people know who he is. So I would add that. I'd take out Claudia. I don't care for Claudia. Her humor.
I don't either.
Her humor's a little mean, but I like the list.
Yeah, Claudia have to go. I would love to bring Shamari back. Yeah, Shamari was funny.
I love Claudia.
I don't like Claudia.
Me either.
Who else is missing?
She only said Claudia because her and Claudia are good friends. That's it.
Yeah.
Eva, I like Eva.
Yeah, Eva was funny. Eva the diva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would y'all substitute or add? Yeah, I like Eva a lot, but I don't think Eva is good for Housewives. I like her though. I like her, especially on all the Queen's Men. I think that is where Eva belonged. She bodies that show.
Yeah,
she bodies that show. There's nobody that could ever play Madam.
No,
you could never tell me somebody else was going to.
No,
sorry,
she
not
got
sorry.
it. No.
Who'd you put in her place?
Yeah. Well, off of Kenya's list, I would take away Eva, Claudia, and Candy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like. Yeah.
I don't like Candy on there.
I do like Kenya, Nene. Even I could take Sheree.
Yeah.
I think
I take Sheree over Candy. I hate to say that, but
yeah.
And I would definitely add Angela. Definitely at Shamari,
And I think,
Andrew.
yeah, and I don't think Angela is a friend of. I think Angela
No,
is a
I think she
housewife
should be
all
a
day, every
housewife.
day.
That's
Yeah.
the only new peach she
Yeah,
had.
but
Y'all
Kenya
think
said
that
she
any
would be
other
a
new
great
peaches?
friend of her.
That's the only new
Nah, I
peach.
think that all them things rotten, Sandra P. They need to
Yeah.
get rid of all them
They
peaches.
them peaches look good on the outside. You bite into it, you gonna bite a worm, child.
I'd bump back
Yeah.
this.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I'd add Shamia, but as a friend of. But yeah, I see the list. I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think really
Yeah,
nobody, not none of the new women should get a peach to come back for next season.
Mm-hmm.
All up and go.
Except
yeah, I
Angela.
agree.
I don't like
Angela,
Angela. It's too. She. I don't know. It's just something about Angela. She like to me. She like drama and mess. And then I think she's lying about her and Charles' relationship. I don't know.
Well, that's the
I
all
just
good,
thing
so it
is,
can all come out, you know. But them other ones walking around with the ass out and punching on each other, and yeah, it's giving.
I
I'm
think
too old for
Angela
that.
really is a housewife material. I think she is.
He
She got
is.
the comeback. She got the snapbacks and all that stuff, and that's what
Mm-hmm.
you know. Housewife ain't being about married now no more.
Now
I
it's
want to
Um,
get.
about the
it's
the quirkiness. It's about your demure, in your appearance. It's about being able to stand up and walk in it. It it ain't even about Charles. She just has the package. I mean, I think she'll be a great addition.
mm-hmm.
Okay. But I think a lot of the
Yep.
shows now are not what they're supposed to be. Like they say, Real Housewives of Atlanta. A lot of them are not housewives. Also, with the Married to Medicine, a lot of them not married to medicine, and then Love and Hip Hop. Another, a lot of them are not Love and Hip Hop. So I don't know what they doing with these shows now. I really don't know. I guess
Well,
anybody.
But I think they got away from. I think they got away from that whole concept.
Yeah.
concept.
I think they
Yeah.
got
So they
away
should
from that
call it.
concept because it's hard to find. It's hard to find, what the key element was. I mean, it's not really hard, especially for married to medicine. And the reason why I say that is because if Sweet Tea can go out here and already come up with 5 women who are
Thank
wives or
you.
doctors' wives, then you're not going to tell me that Bravo couldn't do that. So Bravo's
Exactly.
not trying to do that. Bravo is looking for mess. They need women who are going to come on there and act a fucking ass so that they can get them ratings up because that's what they want.
But the
They
sad
want
part
people to
is
bring.
they're getting ratings on Doctor Wise. People are actually enjoying it.
Yeah,
I don't watch that on YouTube. I tried to give her one episode, but it didn't really draw me in. I don't
I started
TV.
watching Mariah was on there. That was a good episode.
Yeah,
It's interesting because they come from a different point of view from what Bravo does. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
So
I
Yeah,
I
hope Mariah can get them off the ground.
yes, now that
that's
would be awesome.
Mariah was there to try to help them.
It would be nice.
Probably pitch a show for them for the they can say the real Mary.
The real Doctor's Wife.
Right.
Hmm.
I thought Mariah maybe was gonna help them do that.
She might be.
That's
Yeah,
yeah. I think that would be
I was
good.
hoping they should.
And I think fit in a lot better with those ladies to me.
Who, Sweet Tea?
Yeah, but they're gonna have
Oh
to have
yeah.
Yeah.
some type of drama to pull the people in, just like Sandra P said that she couldn't get it. It got to be something to pull the people in. It
Oh
can't just be
yeah.
a bunch
I'm
of cute
pretty
women
sure
that
there's
so
drama. You know, but
Well, yeah,
and
and it's the same thing with YouTube. If
gotta
you
be
don't have no drama going on your page, people do
yeah,
not
gotta be some
like to
drama.
tune in. That's the same. That's the same thing with YouTube as well. If you
yeah,
don't have drama going on
people
your
don't
page,
want to talk to you. They don't want
correct,
to come.
right. But I
It,
noticed if you put certain people in the thumbnail, they will come.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's
Hmm.
why.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's why you have to keep it. You
Well,
still like I still mention not loving marriage huntsman, but I still mention I'm gonna always talk about Melody and the 4-piece nuggets and Miss Van. I'm always talking about them, but sometimes, like when Tisha went live and cut all the hair out, or either her hair done came out because of her nerves. You know, I talked about that.
Yeah, but that really kind of took me by surprise where she wasn't using her own products for her hair. She was using somebody else. I would have been promoting my own products,
Mhm.
in my hair. I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah, she probably did use it. It took her hair out. It been sitting up in Stormy Warehouse for 20 years. Mm, Just
But a lot
saying.
of women, they say women when they get ready to go through some or new beginnings, they start cutting their hair off.
Hmm.
So maybe we could go through
Mm-hmm.
something.
Yeah, brokenness.
Sandra said, don't want their family together. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I was
That's
just
right,
waiting to
Sandra.
see.
That's why they won't come on here. They like,
Mhm.
you're not gonna bring my
Oh
just like right now. Look at
yeah.
Angela and Charles.
Mm-hmm.
Angela and Charles looking kind of crazy tonight.
They started the
She
show out
begging
with
this man
I
on the phone.
yeah.
To talk to her. That was crazy.
Yeah.
He's not affectionate.
Girl, you know that nigga
He's
don't
not
want to talk to
affectionate. He
you.
just wants you.
Oh, it's
Yeah, but
like,
why
Because
get
she
on
felt so.
camera? Why get on camera and try to pretend that your husband's somebody that you know the fuck he not?
exactly.
Right.
Because you making yourself look dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And her feelings got hurt
She already
because,
know who that man is.
oh my God, that was so embarrassing.
But
Oh,
there's a lot of women out here just want to say they have a husband. Just like Jennifer from Basketball Wife, they just want to say they have a
mhm.
husband. They don't care how the husband treats them. I make them look. They just like that word husband.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
it's a lot of women in there.
Yeah,
And
I
Charles
felt bad
is
for Angela a little bit, but to me, if I know I have a husband like that, and I know he's not affectionate, I'm not gonna get on camera and try to make him say, "Did you miss me?" I would say, "Happy anniversary! I see your ass when I get home. Bye." I'll be just
right,
like
and
him,
she should.
and I'm not gonna
But
try to
she
make
was,
him
but
feel
she was
affectionate. I'm not.
Yeah, but she was sad, talking about she used to spending her anniversary with Charles, and Charles looked like he was happy as a sea like that they weren't doing
Oh,
nothing. But I thought
Right, he was.
they brung that cake because
What
she
did she
asked
gonna
him. She
say?
said, "You don't miss me,"
he
You
was
know what
like,
come with
and
"Oh,
he didn't say
what?"
anything.
No, he didn't
you
say
know what
nothing.
comes
Yeah,
with saying
when she said, "You don't miss me,"
You say
and
what?
I'm not there to get to him. I'm like, girl, shut the hell up.
Oh,
Angela talking about you know what come with the anniversary, basically trying to say, sex.
yeah, she gonna get some. Is that
But
the
he
only
probably
time
already
you and
had
y'all
that.
do some? He don't had it. He had some birthday. He had some
right?
anniversary cake for somebody else. So
He had some anniversary cake. Mm-hmm.
he had some cheeks on
He
it.
didn't seem interested at all.
Uh-uh.
No,
He is
and he
he's so locked out of it. It don't make no sense.
I think he just
right.
don't
He
want
act
to be
like
on
he didn't even
camera.
care if she wasn't there to celebrate with him. He didn't give a shit.
Well, in the first scene that when she was trying to call him, he didn't pick up, so she should
Yeah.
have texted him and said, call when you can or whatever. I wouldn't let production keep getting that on screen
Uh-uh.
because it's
No.
just generating a conversation. And people like to do that. He don't want
Yeah.
her. That I don't buy that. I just think they have a different type relationship. I don't like
Yeah.
it, but it works for her. That's fine.
I think she knows how Charles is. Charles don't
Yeah.
want to be on
Yeah.
TV. Charles is not going to be lovey dovey. You can't make him. And he ain't going to be fake. That's just him. You knew who you married.
Mm-hmm.
He knows who she married. So, I mean, don't get on here and try to make that man be something he ain't because he embarrassing you. Wait, actually, you embarrassing yourself.
Well, I wonder how he asked her. I wonder how did he ask her to marry him then?
Yeah, she
I
probably
wonder
asked
what did
him.
he do? Oh,
She might have asked him.
Let's get married. Okay.
yeah.
I'm just saying. You want to get married?
Oh,
Yeah,
did
Charles.
mm-mm. No,
Okay.
there's a lot of women out here doing that. They getting down on one D, asking a man to marry them. Hell
Okay.
I,
to the fuck.
yeah, that's crazy. They doing it.
I ain't asking no man to marry me. Shit.
Either.
I ain't taking a man's space. I'm gonna always be old school.
Right, but these women, they say, well, you still
Wait a minute.
have
I
to,
don't understand.
huh?
I don't understand Cool Cat's comment. I was trying to understand Cool Cat's comment. She
Looking
said,
at
looking at
Angela.
Angela and her say they feel sorry for her confirms the deep hatred for Kenya because
Huh?
Mark never smiled mistreating her. He was just unhappy, but Charles takes pleasure mistreating her.
Hmm?
That confuses
Yeah.
me because I know I call both of the men out. I don't like neither one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
because you saying
Yeah, I
people
didn't know.
didn't feel sorry for Kenya. Okay,
Sorry
I
for
get it
Kenya.
now.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I just hate that she gets on here and hope in hopes of the camera he would just say something. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen. And so
I-
mm-mm.
I'm sure they've had that conversation. What y'all think about them splitting up the two groups when they go on? Like the first thing in the morning, they say, "Okay, Portia, Shamia, and this one's going over here, and then the other ones are going over here." I don't like what they
Why
do.
they've been doing that
There's
lately.
not so many of them that they can't all go on an excursion together. I think
Yeah.
it gives them the opportunity to separate and then be talking about each other, and I just don't like it
Mm-hmm.
when they do that. That's kind of new that they're doing that. They did that on one other time. They went somewhere and did the same thing.
Mm-hmm. I don't like that either. I think they all should have been to the cooking class and went to the
Mm-hmm.
and to the waterfall and experienced the beauty. Nah, I don't. Mm-mm. Unless someone say,
I
"Nah, I'd
don't know
rather do the
why they
cooking
split
class."
the group. Yeah, I don't know
Mm-hmm.
why they split the groups
Yeah,
up. I think all those ladies would have liked to go into that waterfall.
yeah,
Yes, I know I would have.
Me too. Yeah, I would have.
Yeah, we can have a cooking class back at the Airbnb.
that
I
would
Unless
be
can.
it's
nice.
just Bravo that does that.
I
That
Yeah.
think
could be
it is.
Bravo.
Mm. What y'all think about Brit and her? Brit is a complaining, whining, and like somebody got her nose pinched.
She caught herself in another lie. Remember last week she said that she had too many shots. And then when the lady said, well, we stopped and she threw up because she had so many shots. And then her
Yeah.
confessional, she said, we're not in high school. We don't do shots. I said, she done forgot she
Uh-huh.
told us that she had too many shots.
We are professional women, and
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
client.
What she
We're
was saying
client.
was because they professionals, they shouldn't be doing shots. I don't
Mm.
think she was saying they didn't take them.
She
She's
took
trying
them.
to
She
put
was
those
trying
other
to say
women
she did.
down.
Yeah, she
They're on
got mad.
vacation. Yeah, they can do
Shamia
that.
got mad because she was like, "I what did she say?" Shamia got mad was throwing passive aggressiveness at Britt about taking shots, and Britt says she's not really a drinker like that. So
Right.
I feel like I did not like that because I'm not a drinker like that. I might do a shot or two, but I don't throw them back like Shamia do. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-mm.
I would never say nothing like that to somebody. I
Mm-mm.
don't know. It was just weird.
Well,
I
that
think
was
she still is
vacation.
dealing with a lot. That's why she, with her child and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I think she's going on those vacations just to get a little break or whatever. Then when she does go, then her husband calls and says something's wrong with with their daughter. Then she, feels bad. I think she feels, guilty for, going and,
I think she
having
feels
fun.
guilty and she drinks
Are
just
y'all
to.
making excuses for Shamia's bad behavior?
No, no,
I
that's
think she
her
don't take
behavior.
and
That's
people
why I'm
are
saying
different
she
on
was being
vacation.
passive aggressive. I'm like, why are you coming after that girl? If that girl don't want to drink, stop
She
going
don't.
after her.
Well,
Yeah,
she
that's
didn't
just
have too
bad
much to
behavior.
drink.
I don't think that has anything to do with her child or
No, that's
to
just
that.
Shamia.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that's just Shamia because she was very passive aggressive and mean.
yeah, she was mean.
We're talking to Britt.
Yes,
I think Britt was being phony. Britt
Oh,
had
I
drunk
agree
as
with
much as
that too.
anybody. Britt didn't
Yeah.
want to drink then because she had already been sick and throwing up when they first got there.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking. That's the only reason why she didn't want to drink as much the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And Britt got sick and threw up everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she act a plum fool when she do drink. So
And I think and then, she doesn't eat meat. She says she doesn't eat
yeah.
any
She
chicken
don't
or
eat pork
pork.
or beef.
Yeah, and then what? Well, then what do you eat? Then just fish, or
Chicken
what? Happened?
or
I don't
chicken.
know.
Chicken is meat.
Yeah, I think she eats chicken, but she don't eat pork or beef.
Yeah, she was very specific. She said she don't eat pork or beef.
Yeah.
And if she's
Yeah.
drinking on an empty stomach, she's going to throw up.
And that's another thing. Them people should have already had them people's dietary likes,
Yes.
allergies. So if they know that girl don't eat no damn pork and beef, then they should have had chicken in the morning or something.
Yeah. Now I do agree with that because everybody, I'm not a big pork eater. So, and she said, well, you can eat the vegetables, but the pork juice is in it, you know. So,
Yeah,
and
you
like
can't
me,
eat
I have a light allergy to pork. So I have to know how many times a month I eat it because I have an allergy. If it builds up, then I get the itching and carrying on.
Well, some private chefs they should, but some don't because I've had private dinners and some of them didn't ask you what your allergies if
Yeah,
they
like
should.
mushrooms, I can't eat those.
Yeah, they
So,
absolutely should.
Yeah, they should be asking that. Cool
mhm.
Cat says Shamir was wrong all the way around tonight, and I don't like Brit. They met off camera, so there was no need to go at her about her donation and
Yeah,
of folks, and that is so true.
I
I
agree.
mean, and
that
then
was
she got in the
mean.
van telling the other people she only bought 3 rolls of paper.
Yes,
I'm like, oh my god, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, she
that
Who?
was
didn't.
that she
Yeah,
embarrassed the girl.
That might be all that girl had.
She
Shoot.
might that's all she probably could afford at the
Mhm.
but
time. But
then,
a donation is a donation regardless. You don't put a price on it. You give from the heart.
but she
And
said
that's
you pulling up in
In a
and
Rolls Royce
Rolls
with a
Royce and
Birkin
with
bag.
Birkin
With
bag.
a Birkin bag.
that
Should
was
be,
true though.
in her mind, you can
Yeah,
stand able to afford,
that's true.
Mhm.
Unless
And then
the
she
Birkin
lied. Yeah.
unless the Birkin was fake and the
Oh,
Rolls Royce was rented.
they can rent those
Mm.
Birkins too. They rent
Yeah,
those.
they sure can.
And then she claimed more stuff was coming, but yeah, I wouldn't have brought that up in front of people.
She
That
should
wasn't
have
right.
said that on the camera. More stuff
Yeah.
No.
coming.
Yeah, she
I
should.
wouldn't I still wouldn't have brought it up though.
No, me either. That was mean and
Mhm.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Faker gave her a good pep talk about,
She
what
did. Now Phaedra did.
she gave
Phaedra
her.
like, girl, you
Yep, she
gotta
gave
be
her.
nice, nasty. You still invite them to the house. You just not, you gotta
She said
play along.
what she said about $1,000 for donations or something. She said,
Yeah. It should
Mhm.
be more like $1,000
At least
limit.
$1,000
yeah,
minimum.
I
Mm.
mean, if
So
you got it, that's nothing to some people.
I don't think Brie got it like that though.
She
I
don't.
don't.
384 say y'all be making excuses for Portia. Who is y'all?
Well, ain't saying about
Point
boy.
84. I agree. The Portia people will excuse almost anything Portia does. I've noticed that too.
Everybody I seen in this so far, and I think the diehard in here is D Herford. I'm gonna just call her out. Even she
yeah.
calling out stuff that Portia do.
Well, she
Same
didn't do
Oh,
that tonight. She
I
didn't do
told her
that.
I'm tired of her getting us.
but I'm gonna still call her ass out.
mm-hmm.
So I don't
Yeah,
make
I
excuses
said it
for her
last
bad
week.
behavior. She do bad shit just like Shamia do.
Mm-hmm.
Bad shit. And I'm gonna call their ass out. I told y'all that for this damn shit started up.
You sure did.
Anybody on
And
this show can get it.
I ain't making no excuse for
yeah,
Portia.
and I
No,
told her
not.
every time things get hard, she get up and walk away. And I don't think that was right for her to be meeting with Ralph. I Portia or Shamia. My own.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when they come to the stuff with Ralph, I feel like this. Turnabout is fair play. Don't do shit to me if you don't want me to do it to you. Period. Because if you want to say Ralph is married to Shamia, let me tell you something about a marriage. A marriage can end. Okay. Having a child with somebody is a lifetime commitment. So
Mm-hmm.
forget that marriage stuff. That goes out the window to me. Having a child to me is more important than marriage. And I tell people that all the time. Was that you, Sassy, I talked to about yesterday, or was it somebody else? I said that yesterday on the phone with somebody.
You probably said that
Basically,
to me.
these
Well, I was getting
men,
my hair braided, so we
oh
didn't
yeah,
talk too long.
we didn't talk long, but these men will commit to having babies with these women before they will marry these women.
Marry them, yeah.
Baby is a lifetime commitment, but they don't want to get married to do that business part, but they'll pop a baby up in you in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But the baby is a lifetime commitment. Marriage is not. Now,
And
Drew,
this is gonna always have that baby
that's
24/7
right.
when the daddy can leave. That baby is always gonna be with you.
So,
Drew and
so
Ralph have
Drew,
children.
so Drew, I
Yeah.
was about to say that, and then Sassy started speaking. Now, Drew and Ralph do have kids too, but
Mm-hmm.
don't go pissing in my yard if you don't want me to come piss in yours, right? So once Portia said, "I don't want you filming with Dennis," it should have ended right there. That's what Drew should have did. She should have ended it because Portia said, "I don't want you to do that. Don't bring that here on my job." But she
She
didn't.
told Dennis that. No,
No,
Dennis
no,
didn't.
she told Drew that too. That's my
Why is she not
understanding
mad
in
at
the talk.
Dennis? Why is she more mad at Drew than she is Dennis?
Because Drew is the female and she don't got no attachment to Drew. That's how it works. That's
I
how
don't think
Yeah.
it
the
I
two of
think
them
I'll
were
be more mad
working
at
together.
Dennis because
I
Dennis
would
he's
too.
the
no,
man he
that's what
knows not
that's
to do
what
it.
y'all think y'all would that's what y'all would do, but that's not what
Yeah.
Portia's choosing to do. If she want to get along with her baby father, the reason why she asked her not to do it anyway, so you don't go in there talking shit about me or say something about me. This the whole thing with her talking about the college and all that. She was being smart when she said that. Now Portia's
Mm-hmm.
taking light of it, but she shouldn't be sitting around talking about what she doing can pay for Portia baby college. Get the hell out of here. That's
Yeah.
unnecessary. All
Right.
for a moment. So she started this pissing match. So don't piss on me and then tell me how much piss to put on you.
If
That's
it's
how
tit
it
for
works.
tat, then just say that. She shouldn't
Right.
be saying
But
they
it
ran
is
Yeah.
into
tit
each
for
other.
tat. We all know
But
that.
Portia lying, saying that they ran into, or she was meeting Shamia and she didn't know Ralph was there. Whatever it was, whatever lie she told is not the same thing.
And she did tell a lot,
One is
man. I
business
don't
and the
care what
other one's
nobody
not
say about that.
business.
Well, first of all, I don't think any of them are going to go on the show and say this is tit for tat, but we as the viewers know it's tit for
Shamia did, but she didn't do it on the show. She did it after she
right.
said. Shamia
Right.
said what it
Yeah,
was, but we already knew that.
Shamia actually
Yeah,
admitted.
she admitted to it and
Yeah,
laughed
she
That
about it.
admitted
she
to it in
called
a interview.
that she called Portia, right?
She admitted that she
That she
called
helped
Portia so
Portia get her
Portia can
lick
get her
back.
lick back. That's
That's what
exactly
Exactly.
she
what she
said.
said.
Right. So Shamia called Portia and said, "Hey, I got an idea how you can get your lick back." But y'all mad at Portia because Shamia's idea.
No,
I'm mad at Portia.
I don't. I'm not mad at Portia at all. I'm mad because I don't like it because Shamia is still being a lapdog. That's it.
How's she being a lapdog? She not
Because she's gonna
listen,
call Portia to
you
get
gotta
her lick
separate
back.
you gotta separate that lapdog and understand and know that Shamia is mean. That is why her and Portia are friends. They just alike. Stop.
That's
You
true.
gotta
They are.
understand
I said
Shamia's
that before.
grown.
I've said that
Shamia's
before.
grown.
I've said
She
that they
make
are just alike.
decisions on her own. The
They
Shamia
are
is
just
showing y'all
alike.
who she is, and everybody wanted to be Portia. It is Shamia. That's who Shamia is. I'm telling you. That's who Shamia is.
Shamia
She
didn't have
mean.
that reputation before this season. Now that people are
Yeah.
know her, Shamia's letting her reputation, in my opinion, be ruined in order to defend Portia from certain things. I
I
just think
think
it's
Shamia's
stupid.
Yeah,
I
Dennis
wouldn't
reputation.
be
did
doing it.
say that, Cool Cat.
I wouldn't be doing it.
I think that Shamia is showing you the real her because she got a peach and now you get to see more of her. You never really saw some Shamia as a friend of. How much could you see of a friend of?
Oh yeah, she is. She was cussing and carrying on as a friend
Yeah,
Yeah,
too.
and
she got
mean
kicked
as
off
a
We
the
just
boat.
friend.
seeing more of it
Yeah,
because
in
she's
Lake Lanier.
up front and center. But her and Phaedra went at it a couple of times. I mean, Shamia do got a mouth on her now.
Exactly. So we acting like Shamia this little church girl now. She not. Shamia is messy, just like the rest of these ladies.
Hmm. And she's very messy.
Yeah,
And and if you're gonna say something to me, say it. Don't be damn picking, piddling, and paddling around the doggone bush. You wanna have smoke, say it. You know, that's just the way I look at it. Don't be talking passive aggressive to Brit. Brit is a complainer. She gets on my nerves. That whining and oh god,
Mm-hmm. Cool Cat said Dennis for the streets. I guess you forgot Ralph was for the streets too, then, huh?
still in the streets, child.
Yeah,
Ralph
Ralph in
is
the
in
streets
the
too.
streets.
Neither
He
one
in
of
the
them men ain't
Tampa
no
streets.
good. Neither one of them men ain't no good. And Portia, yes, Portia went to eat with Ralph for some get back shit. And I said then Portia was wrong. And I say it again,
Mm-hmm.
especially for them goddamn text messages that she showed. She shouldn't have did that. Because that
Yeah,
man already told her that's not what the text says.
said. Yeah, Dennis said that.
Misinterpreted the text. So once he said that,
I knew it. Yeah, yeah.
them text messages should have been thrown out.
It shouldn't have never been shown again.
Portia was wrong, trying to create a fucking moment. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cute because I was trying to figure out what that is. But cool cat. Dennis could have filmed his studio with Portia and discussed that he is working with Drew.
Mhm.
That's true. But he wanted to be messy, like Ralph wanted to be messy. These men want camera time. They want peaches for real they own. So
And then when Drew, oh, I'm sorry, when Portia and Dennis was talking, Dennis like, come on, Portia, now you know we talked about this on their little thing, but not filming together. That's what she said, and he just looked at her like, girl. So I'm wondering, I still think it's made up beef with Drew. I really do because Portia really can't talk about Simon, and so she's got to have somebody she's fighting with.
point 84,
She don't know the rest of these girls like that. So
my excuse out because if you saying I'm making excuses because I'm saying that Drew shouldn't have filmed with Dennis, then that's on you. That's my opinion, though.
mhm.
So don't do mess if you don't want mess done to you. As women, we ought to be respecting things like that anyway, baby daddies and husbands. As women in
Exactly.
general, we should be doing that. Especially
Especially with
if you call
Ralph.
yourself my
Ralph is
friend
mm,
and you walking around with my hair being an ambassador to my business, you definitely shouldn't be dipping in the pot with my baby's daddy for
true.
nothing.
Her
That's how it
music was
is.
being filmed in the studio. That
Hmm.
was her reason for being there. And I think Drew had every right to showcase her music. That's a big part
She
of her
could have
story.
showcased her music without showcasing Dennis, though.
But Dennis already
Dennis is the
listen. I'm
producer.
telling you what Dennis
His
said. Dennis
producer.
said Portia knew that he was filming because they had already talked about it.
And Portia could have
Okay.
showed up and got paid too. In my opinion, Portia
That's
didn't
what
show
he
up
said.
and get paid because Portia still thinks that a lot of the audience doesn't like Drew, likes for people to pile on Drew, pick on Drew, and she was gonna have another season of
But a
doing
lot of
that
the people
and stop
don't like
going.
Drew. It's not what Portia thinks, that's reality.
No, it's turned around this season though, and people are seeing
Yeah, a lot
Drew
of people
what it
do
I
like
is.
don't
Drew.
see it.
And Portia's
I don't
upset
see it.
about it. She didn't think it was gonna go that way. She thought
I
we're gonna
don't see
pile
it
on
though.
Drew, we're
You
gonna make
see
it big.
that, Sassy? I don't see where a lot of people are liking Drew. I go
I
online
do.
and Drew is getting dragged every day.
I don't. I see what Drew would. People were saying, why didn't Drew get first chair instead of Shamia? They didn't understand why.
Now,
I
Hmm.
now
see why
I
Portia
did
got
see,
first chair. I don't see
I
why
That's
did
on
see some
Facebook.
Shamia
people
got it.
say
If
that.
you on Facebook, you God.
Yeah.
I did see
Threads,
some people
Instagram.
say that Drew should have got first cheer, but I also see some people saying that Angela should have got first cheer. So it
I
just
see that
depends
too.
on it
Yeah,
just
I
depends
saw
on
that too.
what app you go to. But I don't see where Drew is getting all this love from. I don't. Now
It's not so much as love. It's not like when I read stuff and I see groups and stuff like that. It's not so much as love. It's just they don't believe the hype either between Portia and Drew. They
I don't
really
believe
don't.
that. No, I don't. I think it's fake.
Yeah. And a lot of people say they dragging it too much. They need to let it go and find
Mhm.
something else. And I agree on that. Okay, we how many episodes in? Y'all still can't come to an
15.
agreement?
15
Good
minutes.
God.
Yeah. Same old storylines.
Yeah, they
Same
Let
shouldn't.
it
old.
They should.
go.
It shouldn't have went on this far.
Mm-mm.
I
That should
agree
have
with
been
that.
done.
I agree with that. I definitely agree that it went on too far. Drew is getting dragged for that interview at the Breakfast Club. Right. And mainly she getting
Hmm.
dragged for that interview because again, breaking woman code. So
To me, all of them broke women
it
code.
to
They
me,
I
do.
didn't like how
okay,
she
it's
stated
business.
Portia
Y'all
go
say she
naked
was a
here. I
musical
didn't like
business.
that.
Okay,
I didn't
Yeah,
like
I
you
that.
didn't like
take the
how she did
then
Portia go naked hair
then
either.
you gotta take the repercussions. What
Yeah,
happened?
How she shaded Portia go naked here. I didn't like that. What
I
that
didn't
she
either.
got on here and
That's what
talked
she getting
about.
dragged for. That's what she getting dragged for. That's my point. Is that
Yeah.
Yeah,
irregardless, you mad right now because Portia filmed with Ralph, right? But
Mm-hmm.
every action deserve is gonna get a reaction. So
Yep.
okay, it was business, but she knew who she got into business with when she got into business. So that
But
I feel like she should have had a decent conversation with Portia from the beginning. How will this affect us if I film with Dennis? Because she
yeah.
didn't do that. She said on camera and said it. Oh, well, I text her, but she never texted me back. So therefore, you didn't care about the repercussions. People already know Portia if they've been watching the show long enough. If you do something to me, I'm gonna do it back to you.
Oh yeah, Portia gonna do it. And then Kenya is the biggest get back queen.
So if you
She's
already know
gonna
that,
get
right,
you for
Sassy?
5 years back. She
If
don't
you
care.
already know
If
she a tit for tat girl,
yes,
you go messing in her little beehive or whatever you want to call it, beehive now, I think she called
yeah,
herself. If you go over there messing in it and then you get stung, you can't be mad. And then
no.
when you get mad, you go and you try to damage that lady business. That was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I went back and looked at Drew's stuff the other day when I talked about it. Before she started wearing that gold naked hair, her hair looked like shit.
You
sure.
sure did.
Looked like shit. So for her to sit up there and say that, she was wrong on the Breakfast Club. So she need to get dragged for that.
Especially when she said don't hold color.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like.
I was like, what? Ooh, tomato.
And to be on
Yeah.
the
I did
platform,
not like that because I have had go naked hair, and that's a lie. That hair is some amazing hair. Okay, it's expensive, but it's amazing hair.
it's expensive as
So,
hell. It should be amazing.
it's expensive now.
Yeah. But that was wrong.
Yeah, you shouldn't have
You
done
take it,
that.
that's when you take things way too far. Now Portia took things too far.
Yeah,
She did with that text message stuff, and I tell
she
her to her
did.
face. But Drew, that's just too far. That's messing with somebody's business.
Her brand too, because
Then
go
she said her
naked
and
is
Portia
a
ain't
good
gonna never
brand.
be back friends. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She said her and Portia ain't gonna never be back friends. All right,
Yep.
fine with me.
But her see saying stuff like that could probably get her to lose her peach. You never
Yeah,
back friends. Now they might not have a reason to bring you back.
because you should be always open to get back to some
Reconciliation.
sort of where you can film together or have some
Oh,
kikis and laughs. You might not have to like each other 100%, but at least, I mean, you got to work together. So,
mhm. Yeah, that's the thing. Is that they get off. I just was telling my well, not mine, because I don't know if any of them subscribe to my channel. But I think it's important on any job, right? When you want a job, I say like for instance, I'm gonna use school staff as a suggestion. I feel like it's bad. That's just my opinion. When you go to work and you sit beside somebody, y'all get all close, and then shit happen in the work or whatever, and then y'all not friends and y'all got to work
hmm
side. I think it's bad when that's why when I go to work, to me it's a business. I go to work,
hmm
I know people, hey, how you doing? But right there in my immediate office, I don't want to make friends with y'all because
mm
if something happens, then we can't work together. How we
yeah,
work together? You got secretaries in the building now; they not speaking because something bad happened at work. The friendship goes south. It get all sour. It's crazy.
you have to keep it professional, whether you like it or not. I go to work. I don't have a lot. I don't have friends that I deal with at work. I have acquaintances, and I do have like one or two people that I really deal with. But other than that, because it can go down real quickly. I like to be nice to everybody, ain't trying to get in nobody's business. I come there, do my job, and go home.
Wait a minute, you guys are killing me. Upset about fake hair, and Portia setting rumors she is sleeping with two men in a divorce and custody case.
Mhm.
What
Say
two men
what now?
said?
Yeah, the two don't compare.
How compared to the show? You talking about the stuff on the show?
No, she's talking about the fact that excuses are being made for Portia and why she should be mad at Drew and what Drew said on the Breakfast Club versus Portia
Nobody
mentioning
even
Flash.
mentioned Portia about the Breakfast Club. Nobody
We
ever
just had
mentioned.
a we just had a whole conversation
But
about it.
nobody
Go
mentioned
naked.
Portia. We were talking about the fans. Nobody mentioned Portia. We was talking about how the
Go
fans
naked
feel.
is Portia.
But we were talking about the fans' reactions to Drew. That's what we were talking about. And when we were talking about that. Because
Because
I
of what
said,
Drew said in the interview
Mm-hmm.
right, and the
about the go
fans,
naked
but
hair.
and the fans are reacting to it. But not Portia. Portia never,
Go
we never
naked
brought
is
Portia up
Portia.
to
That's
say
Portia's
Portia. We was talking
business.
about Portia's business in general. Just this. Okay,
That's the same thing.
okay,
Okay, that's the same
okay.
thing. All right, I'm not gonna argue about that.
No,
That's
it's
the
not.
same thing.
No, it's not. Because she said Portia was responding to it. Portia, we don't know what Portia feels about it because none of us talked to Portia, and Portia hasn't even responded to it. So as far as I know, Portia didn't respond to it anyway. I didn't see nothing yet, but
I
I've
didn't
been
say Portia
out
responded
of
to
it
it.
this
I didn't
week.
say Portia responded to it. I'm saying that. Let me not even. I don't care. It's the Breakfast Club interview. It's not that important.
I think Cool Cat's thing was that we killing her because about the fake hair and the rumors with the two men. You talking about the show, right? The
What
me
two
and women
men?
sit down on the show, right? I'm thinking that's what he's talking about. I mean, she talking about.
Talking about Black? That
Yeah.
girl ain't messing with Black.
Portia said something about Black. She said something about Future. They both was throwing out names at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong? Were they both not doing that?
Yeah, cause she did. Drew did say, "Well, you mess." That's like me saying you messing
Right.
with
They
Future.
both did it, right? They both
Yeah,
were throwing out names.
but Portia knows that Drew is not messing with Black. Okay.
I think that Dennis told her that
Mm-hmm.
because Dennis said, "I'm not even
Well,
the
she
one
did say
messing
it.
with
She
her."
said Dennis told her.
Yeah. So I think Dennis told her that, and I think Dennis was wrong for that. Even if he
Mm-hmm.
do know that that's what's going on, he should shut up because he act like a girl to me.
Yep.
Because why is you going around telling somebody who somebody messing with? If you're not messing with her, you should be able to say you're not messing with her and then move the fuck on.
Exactly. And who's to say that man Black might be telling him one thing, and it might not even be the same. Cause men
De-
just trifling like that.
Dennis is a liar, but he didn't bring that to TV. Portia did when
Yeah.
they were sitting down, and then she got mad when Drew brought up Future, even though
Yeah.
she said her name first.
Yep. She
Mhm.
did. She said, "Well, you messing with Black," and she was like, "What?" She said,
Yep.
"Come on, Drew." She said, "I am not. They are friends."
But didn't she say Ralph had a woman living in the basement, down in the basement
No,
in that interview
she was
too?
sneaking women in the basement.
She
And then she
sneaked.
found out about it, and he changed all the cameras and locks and stuff.
And it was the lady that he was sneaking in the basement was work. Well, I guess her kids went to the same school as Drew
Yeah.
kids because
Mm-hmm.
Drew said, "When you in my house?" She told the lady because the lady was mean,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, "Oh no, I was down there with Ralph training in the basement." Woman, you went down there doing no damn training.
Mm-mm.
So
He
so
was
she
down
like,
there in that basement.
yeah.
Well, you know what training is the euphemism for, but
Mm-hmm.
that's trifling.
That is trifling.
Well, that's the same thing that Trish
That's what we
probably
talking
said she
about.
was
His
doing with
friend.
Martell. She
I know
said
what
she
you're
Yeah.
was
going to say.
with
They're
Yep.
Martell.
friends. They're friends.
Everybody training.
Drop the T. They're friends. That's the kind of training they do.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what Trish said that she was training. She came in to train Martell. Lady.
Yeah.
Butt naked training.
Butt naked upside down with a folding chair.
That's what you came to do. Doing no
I
damn
can't
training.
believe he just had women in the basement at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
think that is
unsafe.
disrespectful.
And he changed the locks, and Drew had to stay in the hotel. And she had to get
Yeah.
the lawyer to make him give her a key to the house because he was
Yeah.
having women downstairs.
Yeah. So you know you can hear through the basement. If your husband down there in the basement with another woman and you upstairs, he know you can hear that. So he wants you to hear
Mhm.
you down there getting it
So
on.
he want to drive her crazy. I still think
You want to get
Drew
down
does not like Ralph. I mean, Ralph does not like Drew.
No, he withdrew.
He wants to destroy her. He don't like her.
Yeah, he's
Nope.
trying to provoke her into action when she's
Uh-huh.
down there acting crazy.
So
But
does this divorce decree say that she can't move out?
I think she can move out with them kids because that's the purpose of Rap Standard because he
I
want to
think
be
she's
my.
scared to move out on her own. I really do.
Yeah,
I don't think
because
she can take those kids.
no, I don't think that's it. Because
I
Ralph
think the
said
marital home thing.
that the
Rap
reason
Standard,
why he's not leaving is because he owns that home.
Yeah, he bought it before they got married.
Right.
No, I thought it was during the marriage, but he didn't put her name on it.
right?
Remember, she was
That's
out
what
of
I
town
thought.
working.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
That's what it
so she's
was,
scared to
Candace.
leave.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly what it was.
And Ralph said he wants to be by the kids. He wants to be with his kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he
he's
said
lying.
that on TV,
He
but
He
won't
that's
don't
even
not
want
let that
them
little girl
kids.
come downstairs when it's not his week.
Mm-hmm.
right. But
He
that's
make them
that's
all
not
stay
even
upstairs.
that's not even in the divorce. So he's not worried about them kids like that. Because if
Nah.
that's the case, that would be in there that the kids can't leave.
Yeah.
It's that he
Don't
not
want to
leaving
leave.
because he paid for that house and he
Mm-hmm.
don't want to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm
That's
saying.
exactly
Drew,
what it is.
if she don't want to hear that, don't want to be around it, she should go get her own. She can't go get a nice big old condo down there. You saw Mel's condo in Atlanta. That thing is
Yeah.
huge.
I think Drew just don't want to be by herself.
Drew might not know what her money is doing. With her giving
Yeah.
him 40%, and then him, remember she was asking him on camera to pay the doggone Orkin or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
$100 a month. I just think he's been responsible for the finances.
Because he's been
Her
the one
money was
paying
still
everything.
So
responsible.
you think
Yeah.
maybe Drew one of those women who he been taking care of her for so long, she might not
Yeah.
have.
Even though she making the money, yeah, he's the kind
He
of the
just,
business manager
yeah.
of the family. That's what it seems like.
Kind of like Greg was with Nene.
Yeah,
You know,
she bring
Greg
the
took
money.
care of everything. And
Took
Nene
care of
said
everything.
when he passed away,
Oh,
she
and
was
also
lost.
Cool
She
Cat
didn't know how
said
to
that
do none of that.
So she didn't know how to pay the cable bill.
Mm-mm.
right.
Oh, cool. Okay, I see that.
Yeah, you see that? In their county, if Drew leaves, it's abandonment.
Abandonment, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because he can say, but she left me and left me with all the bills. So, yeah, I get it. I get why Drew didn't leave.
And Sonya's saying she might not be able to get into another gated community. She wants to
Mm-hmm.
gated community. Wow.
Because of how expensive it is there, or
Shit,
Well, to me, Ralph wouldn't have been able to get that house without Drew income.
that's what I'm
Even
about
though,
to say. Shit, if he getting 40% of her income, that's probably how in the hell he was eligible for
yes, because he makes what
a house in the
200,000,
first
but
place.
their house is
That's
1.3
crazy.
million. And so that lets me know Drew is making well over $500,000 to $700,000. And her music is
Wow.
doing well.
yeah.
Her music is charting. It's
Yeah,
doing
them-
well. She's
good.
acting. She's getting. That man is taking that woman money, and she just don't know how to recoup her money. And she needs another lawyer, in my opinion,
Okay, so
because the
Cool
lawyer
Cat,
she
you
got
know
is very, very
in
weak.
Georgia. So once these people file for divorce, you mean to tell me their money still got to go to them other people? Huh?
If it's a contract,
Oh my God, I couldn't even imagine we filed for divorce.
yeah.
With my damn
Because
income.
see, Drew don't realize. See, Drew has had everybody to help her except Drew, managers and stuff like that. Ralph is a con artist and an opportunist. He knew exactly how to get Drew to sign them contracts, and then she's binded by those contracts.
But can't she? You can fire your manager when you get ready, right?
It depends on what's the stipulations in the contract. If he maybe he signed it for a 5 year.
Yeah.
You never know what the contract states.
But she's been her manager ever since they've been married. So
Yeah, you can fire her, but if the money still gotta be paid, it just depends on what the contract says. I hate that that man's doing that, but that's another Martell.
Yeah.
And Martell is helping them. You look, I'm telling you, if Martell would have thought of that, see, Ralph is smarter than Martell. If Martell
Oh
would have
yeah.
followed that plan to keep Melanie in that house while he stay in the basement or either upstairs, he would have. But he just
Uh-huh.
didn't think of it.
But she moved out in that case because
Yeah.
he was volatile. Ralph is not as volatile. Ralph's much cooler and emotionally
Yeah.
mature.
He's more emotionally
Martell runs around threatening
abusive.
people, and he has weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
Ralph is a little different.
So you don't think Martell would have had Melanie stay in that house with him if he could, with them kids?
She moved out. She
He
moved out
moved
with. That's
out
why she
first.
moved out because he
Yeah.
didn't have to move. He said he'd never leave, and he didn't have to move. He should have, but he didn't move. That's why she moved. But yeah, I think he would have loved that. Drop the T to be
Well,
upstairs
yeah.
or in the basement. Yeah.
Honey, Martell would have loved it that.
Oh yeah.
But he just didn't get to it in time. But I think he's telling
He's not that smart, drop the T. He's not smart to think of something like that.
right.
Martell is more Martell is Martell. He's a dummy. Ralph is an opportunist. He's always thinking of ways to get locked in. That is just my opinion.
Yeah. But I think he should have some type of sympathy. He got kids by Drew. He don't want to take her money like that. She got to provide for those kids.
He don't care about that. That joker don't care about Drew. He don't like Drew. He the hell, I don't think he want to be around them kids.
Yeah, didn't she say he's starting to disrespect her oldest son now?
Yeah.
She said that's what he made her. He disrespected her mom and also her older son.
Yeah. Now that he can't use them to write a book.
Uh-huh.
So
Now
now
he's writing that book.
Yeah, he was writing that book and he was loving it. Now that, the book is out, he decided not to adopt him, which I'm glad because the little boy got to know his dad. Rap is sorry. I'm sorry. He's a sorry piece of shit.
I agree.
Ain't Martell his good friend?
Yeah. Both
Yeah,
of them.
it's been a couple years they've been tight. I
Mhm.
think Ralph helped Martell with in my opinion, I feel like that's where Martell got the idea with the changing the phones and all that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
He too dumb to do any of that. I think he had help with that from a smarter friend.
Yeah.
See
In
what
my
Cool
opinion.
Cat said. Sandra P. See what Cool Cat said.
Mhm.
Martell's a
And last weekend, you had me thinking, oh, must get in and lift my head up. Like bum, bum, bum. Throw it back in rotation. Take a risk and just season.